Hi, Rita.
Hey, Pam. Good to see you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So good to see you today.
How are you?
Good. You're looking gorgeous as usual.
On you too. I love the fact that we could just meet up every week and just talk about different things. I always love the fact that, you're a reader. And so you're always reading books and we can exchange all these great ideas and learn and grow. And so what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I love that you want me to record this so we could share it with the world because I always learn so much from you. And I thought, yeah, I think it would be great. A lot of our friends would love to learn too. So let's do this.
Okay, so today I was thinking, I know you're doing your doctorate on leadership, so maybe you could throw some light on what you're learning about leadership. I know I've been learning a lot in the past couple of weeks. I've been hearing lots of lessons on leadership and change, and
Yeah. In
I'm
fact,
part
you're
of
looking at
the
coaching with John Maxwell, right? That's
That's right. Yes, yes. So I get to hear a lot about leadership and what does a leader do. So I can't wait to hear what's the latest you are learning about leadership.
yeah, I love to share. I know for part of my doctorate program, I'm reading this book on steward leadership. I don't know if you ever read it, but I love this leadership model that's Rodin talks about. So if you want, I could share about that today.
Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Well, he's talking about a framework, and you can look at leadership through the lens of four different pillars. So
Okay.
the first one, and it's basically what you're responsible for as a leader, because sometimes we can get confused when we are appointed a leader. I know you and I got into leadership at a very young age. I remember you were 17 and I was 19, I think. And you know, we made a lot of mistakes, but I think this steward leadership model kind of helps me frame leadership in a way that God had planned. So he
Mhm.
says that we're responsible for number one, our relationship with God. Number two, our relationship with ourselves. Number three, our relationship with our neighbors. And number four is relationship with creation. And sometimes as leaders, we run around trying to help the whole world, but the four pillars might fall.
Right.
So a steward leader, it stewards what God has entrusted, what he can control. So those are the four things we can actually control. So what do you think about that?
I like that idea. These days I've been thinking about being a leader without a title.
Yeah.
And just because we're so used to the fact that a position has been given to you, or you have kind of risen up to a position, and then you're a leader and people look up to you by the number of people you lead or what position you are in the hierarchy, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yet I know that the what you're talking about, being a steward leader, is something totally different. It's something that comes from within oneself, I think.
Well, actually, every person in this world is actually a leader because God has made us stewards of his creation. So the first thing is listening to in our relationship with God, asking the Lord every day, what is it that you want me to steward today? And how do I steward myself first? How I take care of myself, my exercise, my food, take care of the temple where the Spirit lives in. And, thirdly, my neighbors, how do I treat my husband, my children, the ministry that I serve, the people at work? What is my posture when I come in? And lastly, even creation, how do I take care of the world around us? So those are four things we can actually control and lead as we lead ourselves. And Rodin says, then we actually transform lives through that and our organization. So imagine if everybody just takes responsibility for their four things. There's less control, less people pleasing, all the what do you call the deficits of leadership, the hurt, the pain can be avoided. So those are some things
I
that
love that idea. I love that idea. And especially, now that we are in this time of pandemic,
Mhm.
lives have changed.
Yep.
We're in a crisis, and every one of us are being tested.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like if you did not rise up to the challenge up until now you have to. There is no other go. And all of us are called to be leaders.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that uh, there is that those steps, your relationship with God,
Yep.
your relationship with yourself,
Yep.
your relationship with others,
Yep.
and then your relationship with the creation around you. And I love how he puts it. And I know we've been studying different leadership over the past 30 years. We've experienced different leadership. And one thing I do know about leadership, it never stays the same. We keep
Absolutely. Yeah.
evolving.
In fact, he says a leader is a leader of no reputation. And he talks about Jesus's model of leadership, where even though Jesus was in control of the whole world, he made himself nothing. So a leader is not somebody who's running after the reputation of what other people think, but willing to make himself nothing. So you said we've experienced and we've been all different kinds of leaders over the years. And maybe in our next time we connect, he actually goes into comparing this model with other leadership models, like
Mhm.
leadership, where you look at who's the sharpest in the room, they need to be the leader. Or
Right.
there's so many different models. Servant leadership, what's the difference? So we can tackle all of those things if you're interested.
Yeah, that would be great. I love it. I think, see, I'm a person who loves to learn and grow, and I constantly want to evolve
Yeah,
because I know
I
that as a
can
person, you can
evolve.
never stay the same. You got to keep growing. You got to keep up with the time because leadership, John Maxwell says, leadership is all about influence,
That's
who
right.
you influence. And we are always influencing somebody. You're influencing your kids, you're influencing people, your friends, your
Oh, sure.
society, your neighbors, I mean, whoever you meet, you're influencing. And I think it goes in the same light as what Jesus said, you be the light. Remember,
Exactly.
he said, you're the light of the world. So I love that. It's almost the same.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to keep learning and growing alongside you. And you
I think
can, you're the reader. So
yeah,
you can tell me all the stuff you're reading, and then we can have this discussion.
sure. I think one of the things maybe what we can also do is um, apply some of the things we're learning. So did I know for me when I'm looking at these four with my relationship with God, one thing that I've started every single day is just journaling and having the Holy Spirit clean out parts of my heart and putting it on paper. That helps me to steward that relationship. And so I've been practicing that in my relationship with myself. I'm personally taking a challenge of making sure that I exercise every day, that I make sure I eat the right food and take care of my body. And then relationship with my neighbor, just making my commitment. I think you're my neighbor, even though you're sitting out there in Canada.
That's right.
With my friends, connecting with you, bringing value into the world. So I don't know if you have any takeaways or anything you want to apply.
Yep, I guess, I love the fact that we can focus on four things. And I know that I've been focusing a lot on just myself in the last couple of months. I mean, this pandemic has actually stopped me in my tracks
Right?
and forced me to take a
I
look
think
at
that's the
myself.
whole world.
It's forced me to do self-care. I'm usually lacking in that. And so that's and when I say self-care, it also means soul care, where you not just take care of your body, but you take care of your inside, who you are as a person. And so I love that, relationship with God, obviously those disciplines that we learned every day, making time, your relationship with yourself, having the same importance, finding out who you really are and becoming aware, and then your relationship with others, like you said, and then relationship with the nature and the creation around you, appreciating it and taking care of it. So I would say those are my takeaways for
Okay.
today.
Okay.
But until next time,
Yeah, let's keep each other accountable. I'm going to go take a
we will.
walk and enjoy the nature.
Love it.
All
Love
right.
you, fam.
See
Have a
you
great day.
next Monday.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.